Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back. My name's Will and this is the Win Me YouTube channel. Quick sales pitch like always. If you get to the end of this video, you enjoyed it, you like this type of content, you like the Ranger Raptor, think about hitting that subscribe button right down here. Totally free to subscribe, just sends you a notification whenever I'm posting some new content out there. But if you don't want to subscribe, that's cool. A like is always really appreciated as well. Now with that out of the way, let's get into today's video. So obviously, like the title says, we are going to be working on my 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor. And today we are going to be installing some new fog lights. These are really cool. They're from the homies over at Moustas Auto Lighting, the same people that I have the grill marker lights installed on my vehicle. Awesome product, so I'm really excited to show you guys these new fog lights that they have. These aren't just regular standard fog lights. These fog lights have some really cool features. Main thing in my opinion is that they are dual color. They are white and they also have an amber, and you can switch between the two of them on the fly, which is really cool. They also have a high beam setting, so you can actually project a further beam with your fog lights. So that's going to be really important for those people going out doing like off-roading in the night, desert trails, stuff like that. And to me, the most important thing, and probably most important thing to you guys, is that they are fully plug and play. So installation is really simple, and I'm going to highlight all of that in today's video. So let's go ahead, turn you guys around, show you the lights. I have them here on my workbench, and then we're going to get them installed in the truck. So these are the fog lights right here. Like I said, they are plug and play, but the only part that isn't plug and play are the high beam function. So you do need to do a little bit of wiring for the high beams. You can see we got positive, negative, and ground over here. For my application, I don't necessarily need high beams in my fogs. It's not like I do any sort of serious off-roading at night, so I'm just going to install the regular fog lights, which, like I said, are completely plug and play. You can plug these directly into the factory harness and they work. So there you go. You can see inside there the LED actual like diode in there, really large LED. So these have some crazy output, and yeah, you can see the back here. This is a much larger light than the factory one. We got fins down here for cooling. These do emit a lot of heat, so that is a crucial feature there. You can see you just got branding and all of that right there. So obviously you got left, right, got the little framing on here, so everything should bolt up correctly. So there, just wanted to go ahead and show you those lights. So first thing is, I would recommend removing this little panel here just to give you a little bit better access. It's not necessary, but I would just recommend removing it just because it's really simple. It's just held on with two Torx screws right here, and then right down here you have a bolt. I believe it's a 10mm, and I believe these are T30s. Okay, so we got that trim piece removed, and then once it's removed, as you can see, we have clear access to the fog light down there. So got the harness that we need to just remove. That's really simple to do. It's just pulling it out, and then up top right there you can see we got two bolts, one on the left, one on the right at the top of the bracket, and then down here as well you can see there's 3 bolts, but I believe we only need to remove 2 of them. I will confirm once I actually get this piece off. One thing I do want to mention though is that on my truck, as you can see right there, I've removed the front crash bar. So if the front crash bar was installed, this lower bolt right down here would kind of be blocked by it, so you wouldn't be able to use a socket. You'd have to use a wrench, so just keep that in mind. So once you get those 4 bolts removed, you unplug this wiring harness here. There's 2 other harnesses that are just held in there with like zip ties. You can either cut them or use a trim removal tool. You can more or less slide the entire fog light housing frame out, and now we can go ahead and remove this fog light and install the new Moustas one. So to remove the fog light, it is just held in with 3 T20 Torx screws there, and there. So let's remove that, and now we could do a good side-by-side comparison. You can see in there the lens compared to the magnified lens here with the massive LED on the outside, size of this with the cooling fins versus this one right here. Obviously this was going to be much larger, dual light or dual color feature, as well as high beams, where this is just your traditional fog light. So now let's install this into the frame and get it back in the truck. So I've spent some time trying to get these dialed in 100%, and I'd figured I'd share all of this information with you to save you guys some time. So as you can see on the back here, we got the 3 locations that the stock lights mounted into this plastic bracket. So on this aftermarket one, we have a larger circular bracket, whereas on the stock one, we kind of just had like these little plastic like portions that spread out there. So on the US one, I don't know if this is different for Australia and like, you know, Thailand built Ranger Raptors, but this doesn't fit 100% into the bracket. So you're kind of pushing out a little bit here, a little bit here, and then a little bit right here. So I was able to use one of the stock bolts into this location, but then over on here and then up here, I'm going to have to use aftermarket bolts just so they could reach. So right here you can see stock versus like a different aftermarket one. You can see there's a little bit of a longer bolt here, which will basically get this to mount up 100%. So even so, I have two in here right now, and this isn't moving at all. Even with just the one, it wasn't moving. But if you're going to be jumping your Ranger Raptor and all of that, obviously bolt everything together. But for right now, this is the best that I could get it to fit. I've reached out to Moustas, and they kind of in agreement with me that Australia might have a different bracket than the US ones. I've watched a few other YouTube videos for a different brand of fog lights, also from Australia, and it seemed like they ran into a very similar issue where they had to fabricate a stock or a custom bracket. So for this video and for my use, I think this is going to be perfectly fine. Going to put that other bolt in there to secure it on all 3 points there, but wanted to just, you know, bring some attention to that. And another important thing as well is on the side of the fog lights here, you'll see that there's multiple little holes, and you can kind of basically move this back and forth. In this current position, which is this pushed up really far, there will be a gap on the fog light, and I'll overlay an image right here so you can see. But what I did was I pushed that to the farthest setting back, which would allow the lens of the fog light to stick more out of the bezel, giving it a more flush appearance once this is bolted up inside of the truck. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will not be running the high beam function on these, but instead of just trimming all the wiring and fully removing that option, I left it here. I zip tied it up out of the way and secured everything back here, so we're not going to be getting any sort of rattling and everything. And then I left this plug, which is the OEM style connection that will plug into the OEM harness free. But yeah, if one day I decide I want to have high beam fog lights, everything will be here ready for me to wire. So now all we got to do is reverse the removal process and install this back into the truck, and then I'll give you a demonstration comparing this light to the stock light. Now I know this isn't the best representation and test or example here, but just wanted to show you the difference here between the driver's side over here being the Moustas Auto Lighting one, and the one over here on the right hand side, passenger drive, being the stock one. And you can see as it's shining up on the wall here, this side over here way brighter and a more almost like focus beamed compared to the passenger side over here, which is the stock one. And I know this isn't going to be like a great representation either, but stock versus the aftermarket one, and like I said, you can kind of see it just being displayed here on the wall. This side way more brighter. If we wanted to go ahead and change the color, we come inside here and we just push this one for off, push it again, and now we have the yellow amber kind of dust light there. So really cool feature. And once again, I'll walk in front here. I know it's not the best visual representation because we're gonna get some light scatter, but there you go. And we can also change it one more time. If we come in here, once again, push this to turn it off and on one more time, and then we got combo beam pattern, which is the white mixed with the yellow amber. So just a little bit kind of like diluted yellow there. So yeah, really cool feature. So like I said, we've obviously done the driver's side, and now we just got to do the passenger side to finish it all up. So we got passenger and driver side installed now, so I'll turn off the lights here and give you a quick demo of them just being projected up onto my wall here. So obviously nothing turned on as of now. Come inside here, one click turns them on, and there you go. Cool white light being projected onto the wall, and then a look there. Now we'll repeat that same sequence again to get the yellow off, on, and there you got it. We got the yellow amber color, so there's a good look at that. Once again, look at the wall, and we will repeat that sequence one more time for the blended option. There we go, being projected onto the wall. Then a look at the truck. Pretty cool. Just wanted to give you a good look at like the gap that I was talking about, and I'm being like overly critical here because the gap, honestly, it's hardly noticeable unless you get like this close up on it. You can just kind of see slight little gap there, slight little gap there. Honestly though, standing back here, you're not seeing any sort of gaps. So like I said, I'm just being a little critical and anal here because I do know some people are like that, so I want to give a good representation. Let me see, a little bit of gapping right there, but honestly I don't necessarily think that's a horrible thing because it's just going to get a little bit more air flow back there to cool these down, and especially if you have the high beam function on there, that actually might be like totally positive for you guys. But yeah, these things, honestly, installation not all that difficult. You saw me install the passenger side like in real time there on the time lapse. It probably took me 20-30 minutes, no more than that. Once I figured out where I need to adjust the actual side brackets to, it was honestly really simple. So I'm gonna have product link for these down in the description, as well as to the Moustas website, so go check out a bunch of their other products. Like I said before, I have their LED panel lights up here. I have their puddle lights, reverse lights, DRLs, color changing DRLs, so a bunch of stuff. They're really good people, awesome quality product, and in my opinion pretty affordable. So yeah, go check them out. If you have any questions, obviously comment them down in the comment section below. I'll be more than glad to answer them and help you guys out. So yeah, as you can see, totally sweaty and dirty right now. We literally just finished up this installation. It's the middle of summer here in South Florida. It's probably like 110, 120 degrees in this garage. So I'm absolutely dying and baking in here. So I hope you guys appreciate this video because yeah, it's really freaking hot. I think I really need to consider getting like a mini split in here and, you know, AC and cooling down this garage space. But yeah, like I said before, if you have any questions or you just want to shoot the shit, obviously jump down in the comment section. I try my best to reply to every comment, so go down there, let's start a conversation. Really appreciate you guys checking out this video and chilling with me today. I do have a lot of other modification videos for the Ranger Raptor lineup, intercooler, intake, tune, dyno run, all really cool stuff that's coming here pretty soon. Some new GX550 updates here as well, and possibly picking up a new vehicle. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. But as always, guys, really appreciate you guys chilling with me. My name's Will. This is the Wimmy YouTube channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.